Hello, all my merrymakers, and welcome to Talk About It Tuesday, my monthly sit and knit or crochet and chat, whichever project I happen to be needing to working on. So I've only done one of these so far. So just as a refresher, I'm doing these once a month at the beginning of the month. My aim is the first Tuesday of the month, where I just sit and work on a project and tell you about what's going on in my life. Um, I felt like it was something that needed to happen. So, there you go. Before I pick up my project, I'm going to show you something that I need help with. So, my sister lovingly gifted me this. The only problem is the plug is the type of plug that plugs into a computer, and I'm looking for an adapter, so because this is the type of plug that needs to plug into my iPad that I use to record my videos. I much prefer to record my videos using my iPad. It's a lot quicker, easier, etc. So if anybody knows where I can get something like that or knows what it's called, trust me, I've looked on Amazon and all the converters it shows me are not the right kind of converters. So there's that little tidbit. Now I'm going to pick up my project. I am crocheting today. I am crocheting the green Kirby finally. Yesterday, my lovely daughter came up to me and said, "Can you please make Trey's green Kirby?" I think he has been trying to steal her pink Kirby and she's getting frustrated. So, it was very diplomatic of her. I don't fault her at all. So things that have been going on. In case you're not aware, I had surgery on August the 25th. Yeah, August the 25th. And that was to do a tubal ligation and to remove a rather large size cyst from my ovary. Unfortunately, they could not save the ovary, so that had to be removed too. It was 12 centimeters by 7 centimeters, which, if you don't do metric, is roughly 4 inches by 3 inches. I don't have the third dimension, but basically the size of a small apple, where your ovary is literally supposed to be about the size of your thumb. So that had to go. Thankfully, the test results have come back and they were benign. So that's awesome. I'm still healing from my surgery. Which became very apparent to me on Sunday. Because Sunday was the day of my brother's wedding. Still very odd for me since he got married very quickly. They felt like they were the one for each other and they felt like they didn't need to wait, so they got married. He met his now wife back in March. So yes, they've known literally each other for 6 months. They are going to be living about an hour away, which makes me a little sad. But, she already owned a house, and, that's where, her family is. So, definitely we'll have to figure out, how to do Christmas and Thanksgiving. Might have to alternate with the other family. So I was the best man or woman at my brother's wedding. I did a lot. I did way more than I should have. And by the end of the night, I was in a lot of pain. Now, thankfully, when I woke up in the morning, I wasn't in as much pain, but I still was in pain. And literally all I did yesterday was work on this and eat. That's all I did yesterday. Like, sat in this chair, worked on this, and ate. Obviously not at the same time. So with that in mind, my husband and I decided that we needed to wait for our roommate to come back before I go grocery shopping, because he did not want me to hurt myself. So even though we've had some pretty bad experiences with Instacart, I did my Instacart shopping this morning, and it's supposed to be arriving. Instacart is a pretty good service, but the experience I've had is not great. I've gotten warm food before. They don't knock on my door like I asked them to half the time. So if I don't have my push notifications on, I don't know that my groceries have arrived. I've gotten substitutions that I haven't approved before. This most recent time, there was actually 2 items that I didn't even order. So I'm like, I don't know if I paid for them or not. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not even caring enough to see if I paid for these or not. Because I'm over it. Like, I don't know if they need more people. I don't know if the people need to get paid better. I am using their service because I literally have no alternative right now. It used to be really good. I don't know what happened. Maybe their demand increased or whatever. So I'm hoping if I take it easy this week, which that is my goal, like, I'm going to do what I absolutely positively need to do. And I'm going to, basically for every 10 minutes that I do chores or whatever, I will sit down for 15 minutes. That seems to have worked for me so far. And I really want to get better, because I'm the type of person who doesn't like feeling like I'm useless. I like to be doing. It's one of the reasons why I crochet and knit, because I like to be doing, and I can't even sit and just watch TV. I have to be sitting and doing something. And I genuinely, sorry, got to my beginning of row. If you don't put your stitch marker in your mouth, are you even doing it right? That's personal opinions by, what is it called? Unpopular opinions. I know. As a medical, a retired medical person, I know I shouldn't be sticking things in my mouth, but, it is what it is. Was literally there for 5 seconds. Plus, at the end, I have something I can give to someone, whether it be a stuffy / amigurumi, or something they can wear, like a hat or a scarf, or even, a blanket. I like making and I like giving, so it suits me quite well. But the roommate is in Georgia right now, taking care of her divorce finally. She has decided to agree with the stipulations that he has set before her, which is he is to have custody of the children for now until she can get in a better financial and mental place. And that's all I'm going to say, because I feel like if I give any more information, that is a betrayal of trust. My sister is going to be moving away, which makes me kind of sad. She's looking at a place in Pennsylvania, of all places. Basically, she is taking care of someone as well, and they have a degenerative disc disease, so they are going to slowly but surely lose their mobility. So she's looking at two separate places. One is a ranch style home, and the other is a 2-story home, but it has a ramp. So they're hoping that they can get either one of those homes. Their house is officially on the market, and I think she said that she's had 2 offers. So we're thinking that hopefully she can get a little bit more than asking price, so that she can lower her monthly payments on the house. She said that she was moving up north for 2 reasons. One, the housing market here in Nashville is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I originally bought my home, which is a duplex, back 10 years ago. So back in 2014, 2015, for $85,000 plus closing fees. Now, according to, Zillow, my house is literally worth over $200,000. So it's literally doubled in price. Actually more than doubled, but I don't want to do the math right now. If you would like to do the math, you are more than welcome, darlings. So, she said that she looked for ranch-style homes. She looked for homes with ramps here in Nashville, but she could not, given what what the housing market is in Nashville. She's like, I can't afford them. They're $400,000, $500,000, and I believe her. 'Cause that, even for a nice middle-class home around here, it's, $500,000, which is crazy. Which is why I'm pretty sure, unless something radical happens, this is my forever home, people. It is what it is. I'd rather live comfortably within my means and be happy than live uncomfortably with just beyond my means and be stressed. Deep thoughts. Deep thoughts from Becca today. So what else is going on? The children have been having some troubles at school. So I had a meeting with my daughter's teacher. Come to find out, I misunderstood the situation at the beginning of school, because I thought at the beginning of school she told me that for English and math they would, so the words, I don't remember the exact words, but I'm going to try. She said something to the effect of they would be going into a separate area for math and English. Now, I thought that meant that, especially for Rosie, so hold on. beginning of round stitch marker here. Since she is, you know, at the end of pre-K, her teacher told me she read at a first grade level. I thought that meant that she would be going to first grade math and first grade English. That was not the case. So, of course, they were seeing a lot of behaviors from my autistic ADHD child. I said, I'm going to tell you right now, the reason you're seeing these behaviors is because she is bored. She is bored. She has told me multiple occasions. She has told me she can read, she can read these big words that I'm pretty sure, you know, a good amount of your children in your class cannot read, you know. She's like, well, she did score quite high on this one test. I'm like, well, that should have been your clue. So after that meeting, it was decided that she would be moved to the first grade math class and the first grade English class. And I will be checking with her at the end of the week to see, because that was recently decided actually, how, if that has been done, and if so, how it's going. I think Trey has just been overwhelmed with all the different things going on here at home. You know, there's been prepping for my brother's wedding. There's been my surgery. There's been, he dislocated his knee, you know. My roommate did have 2 children with us for quite some time before they went back to Georgia. So he's been missing his buddy. So it's just been a little turmoil for him, and I'm like, look, buddy, I understand. And so we came up with a solution of when he feels like he's getting overwhelmed at school, that the teacher gave the go-ahead for a screaming pillow, literally a pillow that he can scream into when he feels overwhelmed. Now, I did have a good talk with him and said, look, you can't have the screaming pillow all the time because then it becomes a distraction. And then I also bought some autistic sensory, I don't want to call them teething toys, but that's what they look like to me. They look like teething toys. For my daughter, because apparently one of the things she's been having a huge issue with, besides keeping her clothes on, which was not a surprise to me because, you know, we had the summer of potty training, and one of the most resourceful ways of potty training is doing naked potty training, where they don't wear clothes so that the second they start to go potty, you know, and you can run them to the bathroom. So she became very used to not wearing clothing, and now it's like, okay, we have to relearn how to wear clothing all over again. But she's been slowly showing improvement in that area, but she's been sticking more things that don't belong into her mouth. So we came up with this thing that says, okay, 3 things belong in your mouth: food, drinks, and the teacher called them chewies, but literally they look like teething toys. And I got them off of Amazon. Not, you know, not affiliated, not sponsored. But they're called autistic sensory mouth toys. And they're made out of food grade silicone. So, those should be arriving today. So, like, literally after this weekend, things should be slowing down because, you know, there's no more wedding, there's no more surgery, knock on wood. You know, he is almost done with physical therapy from dislocating his knee. the physical therapist did note that he saw that Trey's hips were showing a propensity to twist, much like mine do, because of all the, they call it W sitting. Back when I was a child, we called it frog sitting. So it's like, oh, great. So now we'll have to really watch him and make sure he doesn't sit with his knees in. So that, because I know how much of an issue it's been for me even now as an almost 40-something-year-old. So that's what's been going on. I just saw that we're at 20 minutes, so I'm gonna let you go. I'm sure you've got other things to do today, and so do I. So if you liked sitting and chatting with me, make sure you give it a thumbs up, especially if you're a subscriber, so you say subscribed and the evil YouTube overlords don't knock you off my channel. Hey, I just call it the way I see it. Feel free to comment down below. If you're not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. If you really like my channel, please share my videos so we can help this channel grow. And in the meantime, make whatever makes you merry. Ciao.